They can never make me hate you, Kawhi Leonard. He's my favorite player, especially for the incredible stretch between 2014 and 2019, because he embodies everything I admire in a basketball player: relentless work ethic, humility, versatility, and a knack for rising to the occasion. He's called the Claw for a reason. Here's why this period solidifies his greatness. Let's start in 2014, the birth of a star. Kawhi's performance during the 2014 NBA Finals against the Miami Heat was a breakout moment. Though the Spurs were known for their disciplined, team-oriented basketball, it was Kawhi who stole the show against a powerhouse team led by LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. He impacted on both ends of the court, which was undeniable. Defensively, Kawhi made an incredibly difficult task of guarding LeBron, a feat few players could achieve, which he won the Finals MVP for. And offensively, he stepped up in a big way, averaging 17.8 points on 61.2% shooting and a 57.9% from three during the finals. Winning Finals MVP as a 22-year-old is a very heavy system, shows his composure and potential to be a franchise cornerstone. He also had very veteran-heavy teammates such as Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker. Let's talk about the 2015 and 2016 years, which he became an elite player. After the finals, Kawhi continued to improve in every facet of the game. By 2015, he wasn't just a defensive specialist. He became one of the best two-way players in the NBA. He won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Years in 2015 and 2016, and Kawhi's defense instinct, quick hands, and wingspan made him the NBA's most feared perimeter defender. His ability to shut down the league's top scorers elevated him to an elite level. And in the offensive end of the 2015-2016 season, Kawhi averaged 21.2 points per game, shooting over 50% from the field and 44% for three. He developed a great mid-range game, improving his three-point shot and becoming an efficient scorer, making him impossible to ignore as an all-around star. MVP Kawhi Leonard. The 2016-2017 season was perhaps Kawhi's finest regular season. He fully stepped into the role of the Spurs leader, taking over Tim Duncan and leading the team to a 61-21 record. Insane. He averaged 25.5 points, 5.8 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1.8 steals per game while remaining an elite defender. He finished second in MVP voting, only behind Russell Westbrook's historic triple-double season. I can't deny that Russell Westbrook probably deserved this, but it sucks to see that Kawhi doesn't have an MVP to his name. But now we lead to the main point of this year, the what-if game. The Spurs made it to the Western Conference Finals, facing the Golden State Warriors in their massive super team heyday. In Game 1, Kawhi dropped 26 points in three quarters, and the Spurs were up by 23 points before he injured his ankle after a controversial closeout by Zaza Pachulia. That was ridiculous, but we move on. Without Kawhi, the Spurs were swept, leaving fans wondering if they could have dethroned the Warriors that year. They definitely could have. And now we have 2018, the controversial year. 2018 was the most challenging year for Kawhi's career. He just played 9 games due to a lingering quad injury, leading to friction between him and the Spurs organization. The media speculated about his loyalty and toughness, but Kawhi stayed quiet through the ordeal. The season ended with a shocking trade to the Toronto Raptors, but Kawhi's composure during the controversy showcased his ability to stay focused amidst chaos. Now we step into 2019, the redemption and greatness with the single-season Toronto Raptors. Kawhi's 2019 season with the Raptors was one of the greatest single-season performances in NBA history. Regular season, he averaged 26.6 points, 7 rebounds, and 3.3 assists, while managing his body through load management to stay healthy for the playoffs. He definitely was in contention of winning the MVP that year if he didn't load manage. And during the playoff run, Kawhi elevated his game to another level during these legendary performances. The Game 7 buzzer beater against the Sixers is, of course, one of the most legendary shots in NBA history, probably the second greatest, if not my personal favorite. It's the first Game 7 buzzer beater in NBA history, capping off a 41-point performance. The moment became iconic, with Kawhi squatting in the corner watching the ball bounce off the rim over and over again. And of course, we have the Eastern Conference Finals versus the Bucks. Down 0-2, Kawhi led the Raptors to 4 straight wins, out-dueling Giannis and securing the Raptors' first Finals appearance ever. And then, of course, we have the NBA Finals versus the Warriors. Kawhi dominated, averaging 28.5 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 4.2 assists, leading the Raptors to their first championship. He earned his second Finals MVP, joining elite company as a multi-Finals MVP winner with 2 different teams. Now let's talk about what sets Kawhi apart and why I personally really enjoy him. His two-way greatness. Kawhi's ability to dominate both offensively and defensively make him one of the most complete players in NBA history. And his clutch gene, hitting the game winners, is fantastic, and his work ethic is just phenomenal. And his quiet dominance. He's a quiet guy, but I really love how he just dominates on the floor. But I will say, these recent years have not shown well for Kawhi Leonard, which is why, in my opinion, I'll always remember these few years as a fantastic Kawhi fan. And I think he will maybe prosper in the future, but maybe we'll just look back at these years as why he was elite. And that's why I personally love Kawhi Leonard.